Okay, so we have game 2 up, and it looks like tournament again with Princess being the key prize because there's no plus buy on the board unless you go sifting through the ruins with a death card, and that's just gambling at that point, right? I mean, okay, it has a game of probability, but that is really just that's just gambling. So I think it looks like tournament catapult on the opening and then try to hit 8 somehow with a thin deck so you could pay your tournament on province. I'll be looking for upgrade soon, as quickly as possible. I think the upgrade in combination with the catapult should do very well to both thin your deck and to also slow down your opponent. I believe the ideal situation would be to have the catapult get rid of all the coppers and the upgrades to get rid of all the estates. Now I had end up with 3 on turn 3 there and I go for a silver. My opponent does the same. Perhaps Caravan Guard is better. I think Caravan Guard is just better than the silver. I was thinking I would need the silver to pick up the upgrade. But I don't need the silver to pick up the upgrade. Honestly, I the Caravan Guard should do very well there. 4, I'm going to pick up a mining village. So this is already the start of a plan for me here. I'm looking at the torturer pile as well. If I can, perhaps get my opponent to take a curse and then hit him with the catapult, he'll probably drop the curse and mix it into his deck. So that's the idea behind the mining village. Otherwise, a second tournament, which my opponent goes for here, is probably better. Probably better. So here, I am a bit careful with the catapult. I try to attack him as much as possible just to prevent him from hitting 5. He doesn't have an upgrade yet, so I'm trying to make that situation last a bit longer so I can have a trashing advantage. Now I pick up the second tournament and the decks look really similar here, except that I have the upgrade earlier than my opponent, which is very, very important. Very important. So his catapult comes out, he's going to make me discard a couple cards here. That's okay, I guess. I'm going to turn all these estates into caravan guards now. He gets to 5 finally, so he gets his upgrade, which is good for him. The caravan guards are particularly good with all the catapult action flying around. There's also torture on the board, which somebody might go for. I'm planning to go for it. So I was planning to go for some kind of mining village torture thing and pick up the prizes with the tournament. Right? That's just it. And I really want to win the first prize because that'll be the princess, and that is probably just winning the entire game if I get the princess first. So far we've been doing fairly similar things, but here is where we start to depart from the norm, I believe. Or not from the norm, but we start to do slightly different things. Now, I have 7 here, and I choose not Forge, which you might think is what I would have chosen here. I choose the Torturer instead. That idea was in my mind, and I decided to follow through with it. I figured, okay, if I could get the Mining Village and the Torturer together, that should be very good for me. Help me to get to 8. If you notice, my opponent has an archive, and now he gets a forge on the 7. Now there's a deeper plan behind this, which is better than my mining village torturer plan, and it's better because it's safer. For example, here I have terminal collision. If this was an archive, I would still be able to continue my turn, but it's not an archive. My opponent has the archive. So the reason for the archive thing and then the forge is a couple of reasons. So the archive can increase your hand size, making forge more flexible, and you can trash more cards with your forge, which is something he needs to do given that he picked up the upgrade a bit later. Also, it's safer, as I mentioned, than the village torturer chain. And another option with the forge that is open to you is that you can just upgrade the forge into a province. Ta-da! You're done. So I definitely think that slight difference here is what gave my opponent the advantage at this point in the game. The archive forge combination as opposed to the village torturer combination. If I had seen my torturer here, for example, it maybe would have been okay. Maybe, but I didn't, right? And that's my fault, right? My fault. Had it been an archive, I would have had a couple cards set aside and whatever. Things would have been different. Anyways, now I get the archive. because I feel like he's gonna get prizes sooner than me, and I would like to be somewhat defended against the hand size attack from followers. Although I don't expect him to get the followers, I expect him to get the princess. Catapult already makes you discard. The princess is the key here. The princess is the plus buy on the board. If you put the princess down, like ball options are also open, so you can start to ball for a couple nobles. Yeah, that's real good. I'll pay $5 for 2 nobles. So now I do pick up on nobles on 6 here looking for draw, but I kinda lost the plot at this point. I don't think I have enough money in my deck to buy a province, even if I'm able to draw everything. I have a couple draw cards now with the torture and the nobles. Perhaps that should have been a gold or something. I don't know. But anyway, my opponent, he was able to forge into a province last turn, and now he reacts, not reacts, but collides his tournament with his province this turn, which was pretty likely given the size of his deck. He does pick up the followers though, which I thought would have been the princess, but he has time. Who cares? Who cares? I don't even have a province, and I can't even threaten to buy a province here, which is real bad news. I believe my tournaments get blocked as well, which again is not terribly unlikely given the size of his deck. So that's pretty bad news for me. He I even trashed his silver here with the catapult just to junk him and cut his hand size, but that's bad. That's very bad. I can't even buy a province. I don't have any money in my deck with which to do so. He gets the horse again. I think the princess is better here, but he gets the horse. It doesn't matter because he'll get the princess after anyway. I can't buy a province. I can't do anything. I only have myself to blame for that. So I do also resign this one very quickly here. On this turn, my tournaments get blocked, and I said, you know what, this just doesn't make any sense anymore to continue playing this game. So very fast first 2 games here in which I resign very quickly. I don't think they were premature though. I think it was within reason to resign there. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.